All right.
Okay, so we're gonna do Lexi versus Oldhim. First off, budget versions, obviously. We're gonna see how this plays. I'm pretty confident in the budget version of Briar. I'm not super confident in the budget version of Oldhim, just because I feel like he's missing a lot of his legendary equipment that he really, really contributes to his play pattern. But hopefully it works out. We'll see.
I'm trying to decide how defensive I want to be.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna take people to fatigue like 99 times out of 100. So I don't anticipate on me unsideboarding for most matchups, especially this matchup where you definitely know he has a finite amount of attacks. So you have an end goal where Lexi can't do anything to win the game.
Yeah. And for this Lexi deck, it doesn't have Remembrance, so going to Fatigue is very, very dangerous for this deck. Obviously, Remembrance doesn't fit in the budget, so it's going to be a card that you want to pick up if there's going to be a lot of Guardian or Control players in your area.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll for first.
Yeah, let's do this. Roll in.
Oh, we're so good at this. We should just roll one dice, odd or even.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, screw this.
Yeah, let's roll one dice. Odds.
All right, evens.
Okay.
Usually, if I have New Horizons, I want to go first, mostly because I can have a 6-card hand. In this case, I'm going to decide to go second, so I can have the advantage.
And it's not super advantageous for Oldhim to go first. Main benefit is having something in hand. But in this case, we do have a very wonderful card that lets us go first, which is Terra's Under.
Oh my god. Sure.
Pitch Turn Timber, Winter's Whale for
5 no ice.
Dominate, no ice.
Yeah, so I guess just gonna block and discard 2 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, block for that, and I'll discard these, and I'll take 2.
Sounds good. For Oldhim, pitch order doesn't really matter for these smaller ones. Just make sure that you are pitching like a couple of earth and or ice cards to the bottom every time, so you can draw a hand with plenty of them to use for your various reactions.
Yep. And I'm discarding these cards because they're just like average damage cards. Keeping the big damage left in my hand. I could have saved some for pitch for next turn, but it's fine. All right, so my turn will be activate Voltaire. Let's put a Frazzle in. I'll give it go again. So my hand, I didn't have enough resources to actually play other cards in my hand, so I'm just gonna play out my hand as normal. I can function off of 3 resources to attack with all the arrows in my hand, or with both 2 arrows in my hand. So yeah, attack with Frazzle, fusing with the Heaven's Claws, non-floating.
Okay.
For 5 go again.
Yeah, 5 is an awkward number for a lot of blockers, just because the defense reactions block for 4, and your good defense reactions block for 6. Fortunately for us, we have a bad defense reaction hand, which is Staunch Response, so we're just gonna play that.
Yep. Any other reactions for you?
No.
Okay. Yeah. There's no point for him to ice Oldhim because I can activate Voltaire at instant speed. Yeah. So I'm going to activate Voltaire. I'll put a snapshot in. I'll give it +1. And I'll attack you for 4. No fuse. Sorry, for 5. Math is hard.
Sounds good. So in this case, we'll just... so this is where we have an option of wanting to save a card for a simple Winter's Whale hit. We won't be able to do any ice fusion, so it's not like super great. We won't be able to take like that much tempo. And again, obviously, our goal is to fatigue them and save as many cards as in hand as possible. So let's go ahead and just fate foreseen. Opt 1 first. That's totally fine. Actually, we're gonna put this in the bottom just because we already have enough defense reactions in our hand. Then we're gonna pitch 3 to Oldhim's defense reaction to prevent the other 1 damage coming in.
Yep. And that was my turn.
Yep. And here we're just gonna Arsenal Pass, as you can see in our hand. Nice defense reaction.
Is it though?
Spoiler alert.
Is it though?
Yeah. And it's totally fine to just do nothing on your turn because, again, your goal is to make sure that the cards he's spending is less than the cards you're spending.
All right. So this hand doesn't need a lot of resources to play. You can easily play it off of one pitch or one card a pitch. Definitely going to Arsenal this card at the end because this one's safe to Arsenal if he doesn't want to ice react. So we'll start by activating Voltaire. Let's put a Bolton shot in, +1. It will gain go again because its power is greater than its base.
Yeah, and here you see, he very clearly has more attacks in his hand since he's lightning. So you have a couple of options here. The big play option would just be to save all of our cards in hand to play this big haymaker right here, or we can play this defense reaction using it with a card in our hand and discarding one of these cards, or pitching one of these cards. Ideally, we want to pitch this card right here, which is the blue glacial footsteps, because we can save Tome of Harvests for Oldhim's defense reaction if we need it. There's not too much difference between the two. Since I want to get rid of as many cards in his hand as possible, let's go ahead and hit Glacial Footsteps to Biting Gale. And we'll have it resolve first. So discard card unless you pay two resources.
You need to ice fuse it.
Oh yeah, sorry, ice fuse.
All right, there you go. All right, so the fatigue is very, very bad. Or like going to fatigue is very, very possible against Oldhim. So I don't really want to discard. I don't have enough resources to actually pay for it safely. So I think I'm just going to pay for it so I don't discard. And then I think I'm just going to end my turn here.
Yeah. And see, since he discarded, right, and he has no more resources floating, I'm going to take the opportunity to just
ice react.
Bite.
Yep.
Yeah, to ice react here. I'll take one from the Bolton shot. That's not a big deal, but we also stymie the rest of his turn, so he's only dealing 1 damage per turn. And this game's not going to last for 40 turns if he keeps on doing that, so yeah.
Okay. And I'll pass.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to conserve cards. That's all.
Here it's pretty simple play. We're just going to go ahead and Tome of Harvest into Winter's Wail.
Ice is not active, so I'll take 4.
Yeah.
Mostly because I need to play all the cards in my hand.
And if you notice that on turn 1 we pitched a turn Timber. So before that we have a So Tomorrow that we put on the deck before under my deck before turn Timber, and now we have pitched another card within 3 cards of that. So we're pretty much guaranteed to have the ability to fuse turn Timber coming up once we cycle through our deck once. Arsenal and pass.
Okay, so this turn is just going to be playing out the 0 cost attacks, or 0 cost and then the 1 cost arrow. So that's 3 resources. So activate Voltaire. Dazzling Crescendo in, give it go again because we cannot fuse. And now attack for 4 go again.
Got it. So this is a matchup dependent block. One of the things I've noticed is that if he doesn't fuse, most likely the other 2 cards in his hand are arrows, and he'll want to like play out his arrows. So instead of, playing this out, we'll start by playing Blizzard and see how he responds.
I would not pay.
Yeah, we could have saved this in our hand and just did a single defense react and ate some damage to set up this card. But at the same time, we're not in any rush to play this card, so I probably already gave away what the card is, so we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. He's not gonna pay. He's just gonna deal 4 damage. So we're just gonna sink below, and we're gonna filter once.
Yeah. The reason why I don't want to pay is because I have 2 reds. I can't really play anything else afterwards. So I can set up for a 5-card hand next turn. And yeah, I don't have go again, so I'm going to Arsenal this card because it is decently safe to Arsenal. And you never want to Arsenal this card. And I'll pass turn.
Yeah. Obviously, since he didn't pay, that means he wants to set it for next turn. So we're going to go ahead and just force his hand a bit and make sure he can't set up. We're not going to fuse this Endless Winter. It's not super useful to fuse it. It still has the on-hit effect where you create a frostbite token if you do hit with it. So he is still incentivized to block if he doesn't have enough resources.
Yeah, I think this kind of shuts us down, but I mean, there's nothing that we can really do to prevent it. But just to mitigate damage, we'll block with 2 arrows. We'll take 2.
And Arsenal pass.
Yeah. The good thing is that we have this card to refill our hand, so we'll play a pitch for a 3 of a kind.
Okay.
And we'll draw 3 cards, 2 floating. And then we will attack with a Dazzling Crescendo, fusing with the Heaven's Claws to give it a go again.
Okay. So he has 2 resources here, and he has 2 activations of Voltaire. So forcing him to pay resources or put a card on top of his deck might be useful here because he doesn't have a way to get all 3 cards out of his hand so that this does nothing. We're going to do that. So we're going to block with Spinal Crush first. Always block with your red cards first because, again, your main game plan is just going to be attack with Winter's Wail. So we're going to do that. And I think we'll just react with Winter's Grasp.
Yep. So it takes 2 to pay into Voltaire to reload, and it takes 1 to attack with this arrow. And we only need 1 more resource for that. So putting this back on top is fine because it's going to be, it can pay for our next turn.
Yep.
Oh,
sorry.
What are you doing?
I gave you a frostbite.
I haven't done anything yet. So okay, you take 1 damage?
Yep, I'll take 1 damage.
All right, so I'll activate Voltaire as an instant. That'll create a frostbite. Yeah. Since that is an activated ability, this will put a headshot in. I'll give it +1. Bring it to 7 power. That's a pretty good breakpoint. And I'll pitch and I'll attack you for 7, popping the frostbite.
Yeah, see, this is where we messed up here, where even though our hand wasn't very good defensively, we still wanted to mitigate as much damage as possible. It might have been more useful to just block with Winter's Grasp. We'll never know. But okay, just go ahead and block with Lead to Charge and call it a day and take 5.
All right. We did some damage. And put these to the bottom. We'll draw our card back.
And this card in hand, it's great to have just in your arsenal just to kind of bait it out and bluff with your opponent a bit. There's no need for us to use it right now because we're not really threatened, and there's no other use for this card in the hand, or we can't put another card in arsenal. So we're just gonna put it in arsenal and save it for a later time where we might need the arsenal and just want to get something out of our hand really fast.
All right, so
go ahead.
Let's just give us some breathing room. Unfortunately, we don't really have that big of a threatening hand. So we will start by going with a ball lightning for 3. Go again.
Okay, that's a very easy snap block.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing about going with ball lightning first is that he can do any defense reactions from Oldhim.
No defense reactions.
Yeah. The counter to that is just activating Voltaire at instant speed. This is going to look very weird. Mostly because I don't expect it to hit. So we're just going to try and push damage. So we're going to activate Voltaire. We'll put an endless arrow in. We'll give it +1, 2 floating, and then we'll attack you for 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the bad thing about this hand is that endless arrow does not synergize with ball lightning because it is not a lightning or elemental action card. It's just a regular ranger action, so its damage is not getting amplified if it does hit.
Yeah, and see here, he only has 1 card in hand, but he can activate Voltaire at instant speed. So if I try to ice react, right, it's not going to do anything to him. Maybe I should have ice reacted here, maybe not, we'll see. But I want to keep this because I want to be able to take back some tempo since our last turn was pretty mild in terms of tempo. We're just going to block with Tear Asunder and call it a day.
Really? So you're going to let this hit?
I think so. I don't really...
Yeah, it doesn't have go again. So even if I do activate Voltaire at instant speed, I really can't do anything.
Yeah, it won't like give you any extra cards either, so...
Yep. So you'll take 2?
Yep, 31.
And then this will go back to my hand, and then we're going to do the Razzle Dazzle, and then we're going to arsenal this card because that's where it goes.
Sounds good. Okay, this turn's pretty simple. We're just gonna go ahead and we can also play this, which will basically shut down his turn multiple times.
Oh,
And thinking about it, we're just gonna shut down your turn. We're gonna channel Lake Frigid.
okay. So there was a misplay there. I forgot to. I'm playing with Snapdragon Scalers. There was a play to give the Snapdragon Scalers the Endless Arrow, or a Snapdragon Scalers the Endless Arrow there. That actually would have been a pretty good play because he was lenient on giving us that card.
Yeah.
That was a big mistake.
Yep.
So.
Channel Lake Frigid and have fun. Again, no need to use the card in Arsenal. We're just
That is not ice. So it pops.
Oh wait, I'm good at this game. We're not gonna
You have fun.
channel.
Got him.
We're not gonna play channel Lake Frigid. We're just gonna hit you with Winter's Whale. Whoops.
Yeah. So ice is active.
Ice is active.
Yeah. So I have prepared for this a little bit, and we'll go to reactions. We'll take cover.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
That's fine.
And reloading is an option, but then we won't get the effect from Voltaire. The problem with this is that without New Horizons, we can't actually have we can't have 2 arsenal slots. So figuring out how to use our arsenal with only, or how to use Voltaire with only 1 slot is pretty important. So yeah, if we do reload, then we have to use our Snapdragon Scalers. That's all. I will not reload, and I'll pass the turn.
Sounds good.
Or pass party back to you.
Yep. That's it. All
right.
Go ahead.
So I make a misplay, you make a misplay. Time for me to make a misplay.
Exactly.
So I will pitch a Heaven's Call to activate Voltaire. We'll put a Endless Arrow in. I'll give it go again, and I'll attack you for 4 go again.
Gotcha. Oh, this is pretty easy. Pitch and turn Timber for 6. No fuse.
Okay. We're going to activate Voltaire. Oops. We're going to put a Buzz Bolt in. We're going to give it +1. And then we're going to pitch, attack you for 6. The reason why I didn't do Endless Arrow there is that I really want to get stuck in my arsenal. It does force a couple blocks, but he does have floating for the Iron Hides. So Endless Arrow is going to be your anti-fatigue card, essentially. So putting it back in the deck is pretty important.
Yeah. I think I'll just block for 2 here, paying the 1 into Ironhide Gauntlet, taking 4.
Yep. And since it wasn't fused, it doesn't have the extra effect, and we will pass the turn. Go ahead.
Ironhide Gauntlet goes away. Place steps on bottom. And again, we're just going to go ahead and pitch an ice card this kind of time to play Channel Lake Frigid.
You did it.
Yeah, this will severely limit his damage output and give us a lot more breathing room to set up a better turn next time.
Yeah. Okay, so it costs 2 to activate Voltaire, and then 1 to activate or 1 to attack with a 0 cost arrow. So we can still play off a blue pitch. Yeah, so let's do that. Damage is damage, right? So we're going to activate Voltaire. We're going to put a Bolton shot in. We'll give it +1, so we'll attack you for 4. Go again. If it hits, I can reload.
Yeah, we're just going to sink below.
Okay.
Make his life miserable.
Yeah.
Put this on bottom. And draw.
Yep, and then I'm going to just Arsenal discard and pass the turn.
Good. So we want to keep Channel Lake Frigid up. So, and we do have this card in Arsenal that we've been saving for a while. So we're going to start by pitching this ice card, Winter's Bite, to play Helm of Harpists. This card on the bottom, and draw 3 cards. Then, I think, so this card isn't particularly good in these Blitz, in this budget format, since none of the equipment are particularly strong. We can use it to limit his damage output or limit his resource generation. It's not the best, but at the same time, we still want to get Winter's Grasp in our pitch zone. So let's do this, actually. We're going to pitch Mulch to play Exposed to the Elements using Winter's Grasp, targeting Snapdragon Scalers. no particular reason for Snapdragon over Vesta First Fist. Both are equally as strong in any given context.
Yep. So I will pay to 2.
Yep. And this will just, it's not going to do anything. Usually he's never going to give it up. Can let you down. But the point of this is just to make sure that his damage output for next turn is going to be smaller. And then we're going to go ahead and pitch Winter's Grasp to...
My turn is already very tiny. You see that channel Lake Frigid right there?
Yeah, exactly. To Winter's Will.
Okay. So the reason why I pitched as a blue card is that I have a defense reaction in arsenal, so I can pay for it. I'll go to reactions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Take cover.
Okay, sounds good.
I will do the reload.
Sounds good. Channel twice.
Yep. So...
Get a counter on that, yeah.
What is that?
Goes on the bottom. That's my other card I pitched.
Okay.
We're gonna just draw up.
Okay. So...
sorry, this goes in arsenal.
Okay. But channel Lake Frigid out, it kind of ruins our day. So we're going to pitch 2 and attack for 5.
Sure. Let's go ahead and this isn't a great hand. That's just unmovable.
Okay. And we'll do the arsenal and pass.
Sounds good. There's pretty much no way I'm going to keep Channel Lake Frigid. This is just buying us time while he squanders his time. We're just going to go Sigil, gain 6, and call it a day.
Alright. Oh, I forgot to draw. Whoops. Okay, so...
Channel's gone.
This is where we need to fix our arsenal. Honing Hood is a one-time use for that. And we'll do it by just popping the Honing Hood. We'll return this to our hand, and we have to put something in. So we'll put this in because we can give it go again. So we'll attack with the Dowsing Crescendo, fusing with that Lightning Surge.
Okay, I will take 4. The reason why I'm taking 4 is because I want to play this card. It's not always the best choice. In fact, this is probably the wrong choice. However, this is a very fun card. So we're going to play this card.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we couldn't play this Frazzle, so we're going to activate Voltaire, put a Frazzle in. We'll give it +1. The reason why we couldn't play it, or we'll give it go again, actually. Since we saw that he wants to take some damage, then we want to push for some damage. So giving this go again to play the Lightning Surge that we revealed is probably ideal. The reason why we didn't put this into a Honing Hood, or put this into our arsenal from Honing Hood, is that we had to pop our Snapdragon Scalers, and then we might get a little bit more damage. But yeah, we're just gonna play it safe, save the Snapdragon Scalers for like a big turn, maybe with like 3 or count or something. So yeah, we're gonna attack with the Frazzle. We're gonna fuse with a Lightning Surge.
Okie dokie. Well, I expect him to pop Snapdragon Scalers now that he knows I'm gonna take it.
Well, this already has go again. I gave it go again, not +1.
Oh, okay. Well, this changes things. He definitely has another attack. And honestly, at this point, I'm going to reevaluate our game plan and think that, one, we're not going to be able to put out enough damage for this to matter. So we're just going to go ahead and lock with this. And we're going to pitch Autumn's Touch to
negate 2.
Prevent another 2 damage.
Okay. So and then I will finish the turn with the Lightning Surge for 2.
Okay, well that was less exciting than I expected.
I revealed it, man.
Yeah. We don't want him to set up the turn for next turn. I was assuming you had another arrow that you could have loaded in. So we're just gonna go ahead, pitch turn Timber, and play Biting Gale, fusing with Winter's Bite.
Okay, yeah, I'll pay 2.
Again, we're doing that pitch turn Timber and pitch a Earth card play where we can guarantee that we'll be able to have some nice defense reactions late game.
Yep. Yeah, so I paid 2 with the take cover. Don't want to discard it.
Yeah.
No reason to.
By this point, we now know that he has spent all 3 of his take covers, and 2 of his take covers, and the last one is on the bottom of his deck. Generally, people won't run yellow versions of defense reactions for obvious reasons. So now we can safely Winter's Wail and get some good value out of that, where he has to take 4 damage or take 1 damage and get a frostbite, or
Yeah,
other various
so
things.
can't really block, so we will take the 4.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to pitch Electrify. We're going to activate Voltaire as an instant, popping the Frostbite. We'll put a Buzzbolt in, and we'll give it Go Again. We'll attack you for 5 Go Again, fusing with a Lightning Surge.
Okay, sounds good. We're just gonna go ahead and staunch response that.
Unfortunate. Best of the first fist needs an attack to hit. I was hoping that he would leak some damage through. With the 1 floating, I don't think it's worth it to try and push for more damage. I don't really want Arsenal this card because it's never good Arsenal. Because if you flip it over Lexi, it doesn't get the bonuses. So we are just going to end a turn here and pass.
Sounds good. You're just gonna go pitch Snowwinder. Oh yeah, it's on the bottom. Pitch Snowwinder and hit you with Winter's Wail just for naked 4 attack.
Yep. So spoiler alert, we do have a 3 of kind in hand, so we're just trying to mitigate some damage. We'll block for 3, take 1.
Sounds good. Arsenal and pass.
Okay. So the problem with Lightning Surge in Arsenal, so I'm going to reveal it just because I'm not going to get a Bolton Shot activation, is that if we had a New Horizons here, we can utilize the Go Again from Lexi. But right now it's just a nice 4 damage. So we're going to pitch, play 3 of a kind, draw 3. Didn't draw into stuff that I really like, which are arrows, which is unfortunate because that's our last 2 of a kind, 3 of a kind on it. So we will start by attacking for 4 Go Again.
Good. Let's just block for 3 here. I'm not super keen on hitting with another damage Winter.
So take 1.
Yep, take 1.
Yep, and then activate Voltaire. We'll put a headshot in +1. Attack you for 7. Sorry.
No Go Again?
No Go Again. Yeah, unfortunately, if we had Shock Charmers here, we can spend the rest of our hand into it.
Yeah, let's play 6 for staunch response, blocking 8.
Yep. All right, so he has nothing in hand, so we're going to try and set up for a decently big turn. So let's Arsenal this card. All right.
Okay, and you're up.
Okay, activate Lexi, reveal and electrify. My next attack against Go Again. We will play the electrify, draw a card, because those play from Arsenal. We can give this Go Again, so we can waste the Go Again effect. I was hoping to draw into another arrow, but that is not happening. So we'll do a ball lightning for 3 Go Again.
Gotcha. Let's go ahead and this is an awkward hand because you have 2 defense reactions that don't, pay for things, and 2 cards that block but pay for our defense reactions. So what we're gonna do, I think, is just pitch or block with Glacial Footsteps. We'll do that.
Okay. And then if there are no reactions, I will activate Voltaire as an instant. We'll put a Dazzling Crescendo in. We'll give it +1. We will attack with a Dazzling Crescendo. We will fuse with the Amulet of Lightning.
Okay.
To give it Go Again.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take 3 here.
It is 4 damage, +1 from the ball lightning, +1 from the electrify, which is amplified by the ball lightning.
So take 3 plus 4, so 4 plus 2, so 2 more.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Deceptively powerful.
And then I will attack you for 4 with Lightning Surge.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, let's just go ahead and yeah, let's do mulch. Block like that.
Okay. And if there are no other reactions, I will Arsenal and pass.
Okay. So if you notice here, we had a couple of rough turns, but our graveyard is still smaller than his graveyard, and our deck size, more importantly, is still bigger than his deck size. So we're still on our way to executing our FAT game plan. We're just gonna go ahead, and unfortunately, I can't really play this card. This was Arsenal, and was probably a bad choice because I want to be blocking out everything. So we're just gonna go ahead and pass the turn.
Okay. Lucky for him, we don't really have a very aggressive hand.
No, don't
So
worry, neither do I right now. So we're
yeah.
good.
Or we have an aggressive hand, but we can't pay for it. So we'll activate Lexi, reveal an amulet lightning. Our next attack will gain go again. So we'll play that to get it out of our arsenal. We will pitch a buzzbolt and attack it for 5 go again.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The reason why we can't play the buzzbolt is that it costs 2 to play because you have to load it into our arsenal first.
Yeah, and this is where our heart and cross trap works out, where we can still do stuff with this hand, but even though it's not great. Mostly it's just going to play this for just the damage to put out pressure. So let's go for that game plan. 5 damage. I'm gonna fate foreseen that.
Mm-hmm.
1. Okay, cool.
Okay. We will activate Voltaire as an instant. We'll play Bolt and Shot in +1, take for 5.
Boy.
Nothing else to follow up. Has go again, but yeah. Yeah, so the reason why we played the Heaven's Calls first is because the Bolt and Shot gets go again. If he Ice React the Bolt and Shot, then we can't play the Heaven's Calls and we have to force to play one of our arrows.
Yeah. Fortunately for you, we're just gonna get blocked like this for 4. Take 1.
It's coming for 5.
Yeah, take 1.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Sounds like you want to play the card in your arsenal, right?
No, actually, I want to play the card in hand. We're gonna pop card cross trap. There goes all of our equipment. Pitch turn timber and play OK&Y for 7. Just 7.
It's just raw damage for us. It's better to just keep our hand, honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
because you
so
want to
take 7.
You don't want to be playing the long game.
Yeah, yeah. We can't afford to keep blocking out.
Mm-hmm.
So we will start by pitching a Heaven's Claws, activating Voltaire, light it up. We'll give it go again. This is actually very useless for us now because he doesn't have any equipment left, but we'll attack you for 4. We'll fuse with ball lightning. So actually, now that he doesn't have equipment, maybe we should have sequenced this a little bit better. Okay, it doesn't matter that if light it up hits. So we'll just start with a... Well, we do have an amulet lightning out, so... The problem is we want to have the light it up to get value. So maybe we'll just start with a ball lightning for 3 go again.
That's good. Block for 3.
Yeah, because you want the you want to threaten more damage, I guess.
Yep.
So we'll activate Voltaire as an instant. We'll put light it up for 4 go again. 4 is still a good breakpoint. We'll have 1 floating, and then we'll attack for 4.
Gotcha. So you notice that there's a very obvious play where I pitch this ice card and play turn timber and fuse it with this earth card. However, we don't need to fuse it to actually just block the entire attack. So we're just going to pitch the earth card and play turn timber, have 1 floating for no reason. And that way we can save our ice card for Winter's Wail, which is more relevant for him.
Okay, so seeing him pay for a defense reaction makes it a little bit easier. So we can activate Voltaire as an instant. We'll give Endless Arrow +1, and then we'll try and push some damage through for 5.
Okay. Yeah, I probably should have pitched that ice card to Oldhim, honestly.
But it doesn't matter. I can activate as an instant, yeah.
We'll take 4.
It's 5.
5. Oof.
It'll return to our hand, and we'll have to arsenal it to keep up the pressure. We still have Snapdragon Scalers.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just hope that we can slow him down a bit with a Winter's Wail.
I'll take the 4.
Okay, create a Frostbite.
Yep. Okay.
Go ahead.
So we'll have to pitch to play the Endless Arrow from Arsenal for 4.
Okay.
2 floating.
We're gonna pitch Snow Under to play Biting Gale, fusing with Pulse of Iceloft. Have fun.
You have budget for that?
Yeah, we do. It's $6 as of this recording this video, FYI. Or $8, I think. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. So we'll pay.
Okay.
That does shut down our turn a little bit, but we still have other stuff to follow up.
Okay, and that's it.
Okay, so as a other reaction, I will give it go again.
Yep.
And we will Counting how many cards we have left, there's high chance of us drawing a blue, but this Heaven's Clause will probably hurt us in the end because it's still 2 resource or 1 resource for us to pay for. So we'll pitch and then Heaven's Clause for 5.
Okay, fun stuff. I don't really want to lose Postal Vasilov because it's such a nice card. I don't really want to have him lose more life though. Let's just do this. We'll block with So tomorrow, and then we'll pitch Postal Vasilov to force you to put card in your arsenal. Oh, I guess not.
Card on
Oh,
top.
yeah, just floating, right?
Yeah, I have nothing floating, so.
Yeah, and then we'll block with So tomorrow. Take 1 from pitching Postal Vasilov.
Yeah. All right.
That way we still save everything, so we can set up a better later turn.
Okay. My turn again?
Yep.
So we'll start by playing this lighted up. Pitching in the Voltaire. We'll give it +1 because we can Lightning Fuse and use our Amulet of Ice or Amulet of Lightning. So we'll attack you for 5, fuse with Lightning Surge.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, this one's a little awkward because you can't just like fully block it without getting rid of our channel Lake Frigid. At this point, channel Lake Frigid doesn't do much because we want him to spend cards because we want the end of the game to occur quicker. At this point, he's already recycled through his deck for the most part. So we're not worried about damage output that channel Lake Frigid modulates. We're going to go ahead and block for 5.
Yep. And as an instant, I'll pop Amulet of Lightning to give it a go again. Since I have Lightning Fuse this turn. And then I will activate Voltaire as an instant. We'll put a Bolton Shot in. We'll attack you for 4 go again. If it hits, I can reload.
Resources floating, so I'm not worried about a second.
You saw me fuse what it was, or you saw it because I fused.
Yeah. At the same time, though, this is more damage than this, and we can't really block both of them. So let's just go ahead and pitch. Turn Timber for 4.
Yep, and then I'll attack for 4.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Oh. No, I thought it was a blue one. Whoops.
Oh no.
Okay, you're up.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
19 cards left. Okay, sounds good.
So.
And now we're seeing all of the cards that we pitched early on come back to us.
Yep. This is a kind of weird spot. Can't really. Yeah. I want to play this card, but if he ices us, then we're forced to play this card. Still 3 resources to pitch for everything. The problem is we're not pushing through a lot of damage. If somehow something hits with the best at the first fist, then things will change. But I think starting with this will be fine. So we can start pushing some, because this will also synergize with the Market Lightning. So we'll start by pitching a Voltaire. Put a Frazzle in. We'll give it go again. We'll attack you for 4, fusing with the Heaven's Claws, non-floating.
And now that we're at low life, just be aware that he does have a possible 2 damage coming up from Market Lightning. So we want to be sure that we're blocking this out enough so that 2 damage won't kill us. We're gonna Fate Foreseen first.
Yes.
Opt. That's fine.
Okay. So since nothing hit, we can't play the rest of our hand, but we'll still pop the Market Lightning when he defends from hand. So it's 2 damage. This is the best card to use it with, other than Ball Lightning. Unfortunately, that's the best we can do. So we'll activate Voltaire as an instant. Snapshot in +1, attack you for 5.
For 5. Okay, that's pretty simple. We're just gonna go ahead and we have an option to pitch one of 2 Earth cards. We're gonna pitch the one that has more defense. Turn Timber, fusing with So tomorrow.
Yep. And that is it from me.
We're gonna pitch So tomorrow regardless, so we're just gonna do that. It doesn't matter too much, but get in the good habit of making sure that whatever you're pitching will be good for you later on in the game when you need the defense.
Yep. So I will not block. Take 4.
Okay, and you're up.
Mostly because we can use our whole hand. The problem is if we get iced, then something bad will happen. So we'll start with the Ball Lightning for 1 go again.
I don't have any way to block 1 attack. Yeah, it's coming for 2 damage. not going to be the best option, but it's going to be a option. We're going to block with our Tome of Hearts.
Okay, so I was kind of hoping he would pitch into Oldhim early for Earth. Unfortunately, that is not the case. So activate Voltaire. Endless arrow in. We'll give it go again. 2 floating. We'll attack you for 4. Go again.
So Earth's damage prevention carries over multiple attacks, so we can actually get past a lot of breakpoints by just blocking. This is for 5 though, right?
No, for 4. 4 go again.
Okay, perfect then. We're gonna block for 3 here. We're gonna pitch our other Tome of Harvests to block for 1, and then 1 for the next attack, whatever it is.
Yeah. So here we have to gamble whether or not he has 4 damage or 3 block. We can save this into our arsenal for next turn, because we're definitely going to be able to pay for it drawing into the rest of our blues. Yeah, he's just going. If that is a blue card for Winter's Well, then we will take 4 damage. Otherwise, we reset the game or reset our hands. And his 4-card hand is probably better than our 4-card hand. So,
especially at this point where you're running out of good arrows to shoot.
Yep. So I think the best play is just to arsenal and pass.
Sounds
and
good.
Trade 4 damage for something else.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, we do have a nice ice card, so we're gonna pitch and swing a punch as well.
Take 4.
Yep.
Great frostbite. All right. Yeah, the alternative play for you would just to help him Eisen Peak.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get a 6-card hand versus my 5-card hand. Okay, so we will pitch to activate Lexi. We'll reveal Heaven's Claws. Our next attack we're gonna go again.
Okay.
We will attack with the Heaven's Claws for 4. Go again.
Okay, we're just gonna block with Sink Below. We're gonna keep our hand.
Okay. Activate Voltaire as an instant. We'll give Frazzle go again. We'll pitch and then Frazzle for 4, fusing with the Heaven's Claws.
Got it. We're gonna block and then pitch for Sink Below for Oldham's reaction.
Okay, so you're blocking for how much total?
For 4, plus 1 more extra defense for whatever comes next.
Yeah. So he saw that this is a 4 Heaven's Claws.
Attack, yeah.
So the question is, trade 4 damage. We don't really have a lot of threats left. We have 14 cards left in the deck. Is likely all our blue cards, plus a couple of arrows. Maybe like a yellow arrow there.
Yeah, and at this point, Oliver has entered effective fatigue mode.
Yeah.
So at this point, the game's pretty locked up right now, where I'm pretty comfortable where I am. But he could still pull out some stuff if he pitched, some attacks for later. But I don't think that's
I did not. I'll just try and attack for 4.
Yeah.
I'll just try and draw out the rest of his hand.
We're gonna block for 3 here. Yep. We have plenty of cards left in our deck, so blocking out their whole hand is totally fine.
Yep. So we will just pitch for Heaven's Claws for 3.
Okay, sounds good. We're just gonna block for 3, channel Lake Frigid.
All right, and then we'll arsenal this and pass.
Sounds good. So, fortunately, his life is at 8 because he's been taking chunks of 4, which makes this card actually relevant. Finally, we're gonna get this out of our hand, or out of our arsenal. Smile Crush for 9.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, best thing we can do is just block for 3, go to reactions.
Yep.
Take cover.
Oh, there's that take cover. Okay, sounds good.
And then we'll take 2.
Yep, arsenal and pass. We could have just not arsenal that because it's the blue card that blocks for 3, but might as well arsenal it because it's a nice game-ending card as well.
Yep. So we'll activate Lexi, reveal and electrify. That we reloaded with take cover. We'll play the electrify and draw a card.
Yep.
Okay, well, it's nothing, not that bad. Our next attack we're going to go again, so we'll activate Voltaire and put a Buzzwell in. We'll give it +1. We'll attack for 6, fusing with the Heaven's Claws. 1 floating, or none floating.
So 6 + 1 + 1 will actually kill us. So even though we have the dream of playing Glacial Footsteps, I don't really want to do it. Yeah, let's not YOLO. Or let's see, hello. Sigil Solace. And that's it. Take 8.
Yep.
Go to 3.
Yep. And then Arsenal Pass, go ahead, because we can't play the Heaven's Claws.
Sounds good. We're gonna pitch this because we want to have a couple of cards in hand for next turn. Pitch. Glacial Footsteps. Fuse. 8 damage coming at you. Dominate.
Block for 3. Take 5. Go to 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Just trying to close out the game.
Yeah, I was trying to close out the game. At this point, he's entered effective fatigue mode, so I can close out the game here. You don't have to wait till his deck is completely empty.
But it pretty much is. Activate Lexi.
Yeah.
Heaven's Claws.
Yeah.
We'll play the Heaven's Claws because that's go again from Lexi.
For 3, right?
Yep.
Block for 3.
Yep. Activate Voltaire. Bolton shot in. We have a +1. We'll attack for 5. Go again.
Ooh. Oh man. So we actually might lose this game because of my reckless play. So don't do this at home. There is one play I can do, and this is a gamble because I'm not sure whether the card in his hand is an arrow or not. If it's an arrow, I lose because he can just reload it at instant speed. And possibly play it if it's a 0-cost arrow. We're gonna do that. So we're gonna go block for 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh wait, oh I can't even do that. Oh
Yeah,
no.
if you wanted the ice reaction, you should have done it on the Heaven's Claws because I can't I can't Arsenal.
No,
2
no,
cards.
my other card in hand is Turn Timber, which is a little awkward. We'll have to do this and hope he can't reload. And hope he
hoisted by your own petard. You got too greedy.
I know.
Honestly, you don't need that if you're going to be blocking with the Turn Timber, right?
No, it's 1 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. I'm at 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can take 1.
Yeah, I'm taking 1. Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
So activate Voltaire. Bolton shot in +1. Attack for 4.
Sounds good. Block for 3, take 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're on thin ice right now. Thank you for the save, Oliver.
You're welcome.
Kind of you to lose your own game for me.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of threats left, so best we can do is play Amulet of Lightning. Pitch. Heaven's Claws for 5.
He has no go again, so we're just gonna block for 3 here or 6 here, and
ice me.
See what he has.
You can ice me too.
I could ice you, but I don't really want to because I can just hit you, right?
Yep. So go ahead. Go ahead.
Hit. We want to keep the 3 blocks in our hand just to make sure we have enough 3 blocks to actually like win the game. But we've been pitching a lot of 2 blocks and no blocks into our deck, so we gotta make sure we have.
So the block for block for 5 here. We only have 2 ball lightnings left because they block for nothing. So.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can draw something. I do have 2 ways to block, so yes.
Yes. And that's the game. If we had Remembrance, it'd be a little bit different, but unfortunately, it was not in the budget.
Yeah, this is a rather long game, as most Oldhim games are. You'll notice that the clock's just under 50 minutes. So again, we were talking through things. Normally we would play a little faster, but if you want to pick up Oldhim and want to make sure that your game's finished on time, just make sure you're playing as fast as I was in this game or faster.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And that's about it. We'll see you in the next video.